Spotify made me a playlist I never asked for. It knew things it shouldn't. Part 1.
I hadn't dated anyone in 5 years. After Emily, it stopped making sense. People tried, my sister especially. Even co-workers I barely talked to invited me to things, always with a lock that hovered somewhere between pity and optimism. Most of it ended the same way. Someone asking if I thought about therapy, or maybe trying again. I appreciated it. I really did. But it felt rushed, like everyone was trying to get me to move forward before I had time to pick my feet up. There wasn't anything obviously wrong. I went to work, replied to texts eventually, and even smiled when I was expected to. But with people, I kept things at a distance. I couldn't let anything real in without feeling like something would break open. Most days, I told myself I was tired. That was easier than admitting I didn't know what to do with the space she left behind. New people felt like stand-ins for something I couldn't recreate, and the idea of trying again made me feel dishonest, like pretending a wound had closed when I could still feel it every time I turned my head the wrong way. For the first few months, I used to stop and talk to her. Same turn-off just past the tree line, a quiet spot with a bit of sun in the mornings. I bring coffee sometimes and sit in the grass with her, pulling out a handful of blades to play with. I tell her about work, about my sister's latest attempt to set me up and how awkward it felt. Anything to fill the silence. There was no version where Emily and I worked anymore. I knew that, but I kept showing up in the mornings, every other day or so before work like clockwork. It was selfish, but pretending we were still together was nice. Eventually, I stopped meeting up with her as often. My therapist said that meant I was starting to move on, and it was a good sign I didn't feel the need to talk every day. I didn't argue, but some mornings on the drive to work, I'd catch a glimpse of her on that stretch of road and instinctively ease off the gas, just slow down enough to see her. Then, I met Claire.